Having experienced staff in prisons is vital to ensuring that they remain safe, secure and decent.
Colleagues, we all know this is absolutely correct, and it's encouraging to hear Prisons Minister Alex George confirm this in the House of Commons. But we also know that many of our colleagues are leaving the service they love, and it's good to see MP Marie Rimmer challenge the Minister on this in the House.
Being a prison officer, we both know, is a difficult job. It takes years of experience to perfect. Yet a combined 86,000 years of experience has been lost since 2010. Does the Minister accept the catastrophic effect this has on safety, and will he commit to giving prison officers the pay rise his experts recommend to tackle this problem?
I'm very grateful to the Honourable Lady for rightly paying tribute to our prison officers. Let's just pause to reflect for a moment. At the beginning of this pandemic, PHE estimated, on a reasonable worst-case scenario, that over 2,500 prisoners could die in prison. Because of the excellent work of our prison officers, and although each one is a tragedy, that figure is closer to 119. That was prison officers that delivered that. I'm pleased to say, even in this very difficult situation financially, prison officers last year received between 2.5% and 7.5% increase. We are also investing heavily in the equipment needed, the security equipment, the Parva spray, the spear, the body-worn videos, which make prisons a better and more conducive environment for prisoners, but also for prison staff.
Let's go to Shadow Minister Lynn Brown. Lynn.
I'm grateful, Mr. Speaker. The Minister must surely recognise that there are consequences to 86,000 years of staff experience being lost since 2010. Because what happens when there aren't enough experienced staff is one word, and that's violence. In 2019, violence was 134% higher than in 2010. Even last year, with prisoners locked up alone, violence was 58% higher. Self-harm has doubled. Assaults on staff have tripled. Experience matters, Minister. With further cuts coming thanks to his friends in the Treasury, will he recognise this? And how is he going to make our prisons safer?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Well, I agreed with half of that, but not the second half. It's absolutely right that we have retention. Can I reassure her that there are an additional 3,600 prison officers? And in fact, what she was saying about the data on violence is wrong, I'm sorry to say. The violence in terms of assaults on prison officers has gone down by 20%. And I hope she will also be reassured to know that the leaving rate is down by nearly 3% as well. We are getting behind our prison officers. We're investing into our prisons. We're providing the security, providing the investment and making sure that their brilliant work can continue long into the future.
Lynn Brown, Shadow Prisons Minister, hits the nail on the head. The decrease in experienced staff has led to soaring levels of violence in our prisons. So just how are this government going to make our prisons safe? Minister Chuck's reply is very misleading. Yes, thankfully levels of violence have decreased over the past couple of months, but that's mainly due to the restrictions we have in place due to the pandemic. And yes, less people are leaving the job. That's decreased slightly, but that's because the economy is in freefall. Many people are being made redundant. Many businesses have closed, so people want to stay in secure employment, so those attrition rates will decrease. Back in the chamber, another ally of the POA and who leads on parliamentary issues for us, Graham Morris MP, asked the question of the Minister that we all want the answer to.
Speaker, returning to the questions asked earlier by my honourable friends, the members for St Helens South and Wiston and the member for West Ham, about the loss of prison officer experience due to experienced prison officers leaving the service, can I ask the Secretary of State to confirm whether it was the Chancellor himself who vetoed the fair pay rise for frontline prison officers that was recommended by his own experts?
Well, I can remind the honourable gentleman that indeed in the context of those recommendations, prison officers received rises of between 2.5% and 7.5%. It's right to say that in one specific instance the recommendations of the body were not accepted. We are mindful of our overall duties with regard to the public purse, but I can assure him that both in terms of recruitment, in terms of support and in terms of promotion of the vital role of prison officers, this government will not stint in its unswavering support support and encouragement.
Why won't the Secretary of State answer this simple question? Was it him, or was it the Treasury, that denied us the pay rise we so richly deserve? This is yet another kick in the teeth for POA members who have worked tirelessly on the front line during this pandemic to protect those in our care and keep society safe. And that's why the POA want pay justice for its members, and we've launched a judicial review, which hopefully will be progressed. And we'll find out once and for all if the government acted lawfully. Watch this space.